All right, and then so ade achi biom na ade achi say na on my Ghana. Eda yakoma so nti ye be sori fie mu na ya ba adwuma ye ban so a ensam wadi atrenchi on my Ghana mu a Ghana panifo bia kasa Ghana fo akasa a wonyina ye hye woni tumi na ne se temamufo a yete on my Ghana ye ho beto ye ni nyina nti ana obi aba o se yemfa on my ne ma no na onye ne yie bia ni wa ba be ka che se for man ma me na me se ne da boss for man ma me na meye ne yie ano sinti ana ne ya betena se a ye bedi enkomo e dia fa oman Ghana ho eti kai say Alison Herbal soap ana ointment ana pomade afa dwumadi ho ka se unya soap ni bia ye di dware na eyi hunam nsan ni fi nipadua num na fe nka bia wo nipadua no ho se wa ye dwumaden na wa brand mfifa te wo udware ma ye refreshing pa fe hunam nsan ni bia eyi free hop ointment ne boa man kwala e bo mo diapers na pompo afi nsuo ahyehye wo jahyehye wo ekuro bi atowo na ode eyemu a ni nyina ema ne timeko na unya wo mu pomade ne dia na kyese se utrinwi ana enso soche na afei etrinwi ebubu na ehoa ebam ode srasre mu a metrinwi ne fu yie pa na eno akiri nso no ema ne mbubu na ye tententen kama pa enti sana etiye enti primprin dane de nyinara na sa soup ni bi na fa ye de opese ode ye bia na mmoa no ho na bia no entoso ointment na mmoa na pomade ne mmoa fre Alison Herbal it was 0592 14 5024 0592 14 5024 and 0535 14 1050 0535 14 1050. You're from a Clifford slide for switch from a CO slide for short. And I will do media which I mean somewhere dapping also and there. You're John Drama ni Mahama Bar Pro Udin Komo. I need to use if we share or Ninkofo Brescia building the Ghana tour and Ogusua Wakasa Nemubino Kokasa. I will stabilize Ghana's economy if re-elected in 2024. And T was a pempenswa economy na kudruno and some fatayen. Mwayen inti se unyame ya domna yetono so ababium na obeye presidenta akwan obefa so no se obe stabilize Ghana's economy inti yebusa se ampa obetumi aye ne saa enka no net sen na sisi abedru sen na sisi oba obe ne sen enkomoyi ana yebedi ebusa se obetumi aye inti yenjintum yenjindi nye mana kwanya no sambra na. This is many more coming up. 0545 402507. Streaming live on our Facebook platform and your Twitter handles. Into send a message by 0545 402507. You be the who come up. Don't trade back we and your name will be the and come up. Opening Emmanuel Echo Afro, a member of the Greater Accra Regional Communication Team and Ofilo Jokuku constituency and a representative about becoming Honorable Courage Macafio, open who tell them the banner board, right? Real estate developer, McAfee, okay, all right. Munne Tepu, okay. Once on a catch them, so I believe. Real estate developer, and I feel a businessman that and Kano Nanku Jinasanki and Tuno Swaba Nankombe parliamentary candidate, Emma DNDC, our Tema Central constituency, into Honorable Courage. And so I become inside. You try to host my buyer na and penny for Sinkunya, not yet in Comocho channel. As I say, me try to have a here. Welcome back home based television network sunie enti ebraso se yedin komotwetwe no ehhehye so mpanifo mienu abe kamesa you're courage akwaba.
Thank you man.
Na pom to say
Nyame na dom.
That's it.
Nyame ya nifa.
Sanity.
Ka dia nipa be.
De nipa be so ni gina ya so hu.
Agina ya so na agina omo amugigi ye to no so.
Okay.
The taxes ni tuam obi. Also using it correctly. Na on fire nipa ni fan so.
Okay.
Nti eno na kan ye dwindwe mu sisi ya. I think it's the first time I'm by home.
Yes. Okay.
It's a very nice place.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Michia wankasa.
Yeah, that's it.
Michia mimi asu.
Yeah.
Na yechia tifo.
Okay. All right.
Omompia nyina yechia omo.
Yeah, so. Eko akwaba.
Sala.
Na pome.
Boko. Na won so e.
Ye hu ye.
Why fe papa.
You so why African print na e fataw yi pa.
That's me.
Omo no wa be on. Ti ska bon mo.
Ya be mo na. Oh, Debbie.
Yeah, so
Menu ya be me bia opem asem pa panda fashion.
Oh, on the pam.
Panda fashion or pam or the chair or pam chair me kwa.
Oh, okay.
Or teaching.
Okay.
Teaching come two.
Okay.
Or share me or ta share me wo program so no say menu bra na o di juma pama. Ghana. Na or pam di share me kwa. Enti no. Ahwe for no do for. E o mo hwe panda fashion chira kwan na.
We have one be wine.
Aye, wow.
It's like I'm in the because of the Pembia man. African way, no.
Also, woman bill, no woman invoice.
Yeah, courage. More year building the Ghana tour. My yanity, I'm say diaspora of Cardia must start in idea. Then the last time John Dramani Mahama share TUC4 Trade Union Congress for commodity or some baby to two. Now one of them na person you different come on in terms of say Ghana for someone a Kenya no be do minus so or best stabilize the economy. Economy na e danger ya ntwa no mbra so be ni ye.
My enchia e papa John Mahama be owo area we chia DC4 nyina teacher Tama Central for the chomu nyina de bia meka say adwumaden e wo ho a say ye
Okay.
Na yemfa Ghana emfa ni tumafra papa emfra bio ye papa started a tour building the Ghana we want.
Yes.
That's the team.
Oh, okay.
Building the Ghana we want. Obi I nim say say baby a Ghana edu say as a nyaman koyi all the economic indicators no actually say nyaman koyi bibia ya pasa so ye kro no and ye sum kakra I could do 7th December next year no na nyame ya dom ne edihye e papa Joma ma say na watumi abeya ni biye we no mu dia ya ye papa president Akufo-Addo onwa ne num tom waka wasise se dia me wie medwuma bibia ni ho meye bio mahani nova ama Alhaji Baomia onwa ne kan ye nye ne kan ye Alhaji Baomia susu yi ona ye o mate na kan ho na mudi kan no akwhye dish this wo hani ama o mate ahanu avama ama o mate then ono so betimi aye ono so wapen bibi o ho abeya nkobeya nu enimeni ya nti Ghana for omo twen de waye bida ene ye John Mahama no be take over no on sisaniama or experience. He is the only person in this country, in fact in the history of this country, why a vice president abe president I call back to position atinasi ahwɛ ni mistakes o waye and an influence o waye nyina o aban mu wa correct it back as president. A very golden opportunity ema Ghana ma opportunity we empire.
So when him say within the next time I be Sadia mama no or only 4-year mandate to pay, which the next time around won't mean contested you. Into sitting back now or back no within the next 4 years no or waiting not turning the dynamics down. I'm a Ghana's economy. are so better than what he's talking about, because a lot of them cry maybe abesin kono ankasa can say ka amambu no be yanka constitution yes na nka yemfa 4-year mandate nko be 5 years kra nko bia be transfer no 2 terms anka be 10 years could have been much better than 4 years. Enti what na sia wo hu ni mistakes are all be na owo mfie 9 pay mfie 9 first year kra change nneema you ministers no ade na no me sante so say the first 100 days no be review free senior high school na make say the first 100 days within the next 3 months ejuma won fanye session with ministers no DCs no wan kra na 3 months na be so 4 years in power to stabilize Ghana's economy and give us infrastructure development more than what he did before only at administration 8 years. It's not possible.
Very possible. In fact, that is why the outcomes is here. That is why on a unique person of Jumawe. He's no more coming to line on the job. Or ye be that. Sa kunyano. Who can tam no catch him say moon jadia mo coming. Who baumia uninam. And that we incompetent. Untina sa kunyano so that. Me tiso minim dia koso. Watina sa kunyano so that. Bebia sa height no and when hunyama and wako back. And you will be all bow because mummy 100 days honeymoon. There be that thing is over. When you tina see any first day on him the oil, second day on him the oil. Because he has tasted that seat before, both as vice president and as president. On him what to do from day one. On him what to do. So he will hit the ground running immediately he assumed office on the 8th of January 2025. So a very unique person. And you will be all back to say, yeah, you know, Alhaji Baumia. What do you know about Tuwa? I feel no about Beshian.
This is also why vice president for 8 years. Into whatever it is, you say, Mutemi say, Akufo-Addo Bawumia's government. So it tells you, says, Akufo-Addo Bawumia's government, there. Whatever the boss will and say, when him so him be there. And you're being in 8 years in office, and also was I experience in be.
You know, sitting on the seat of president for a longer period is totally different from sitting on it for a short period. You can have that experience. We were Tenasu for continuously. In fact, he's the only president who having more than or Tenasu for only one term as president, but Tenasu for more than 4 years. Yewra, Professor Mills, Yamin Fanny Crancy, ni baby. This man took over as president for almost how many months? I think 4 months or so.
4 or 5 months.
Exactly. Then had 4 years. So he's the only president who sat on that presidency legitimately for 4 years, 4 months. Okay? So coming back, he's not coming to practice anything. My try, and I try and see. I mean, no. He's going to hit the ground running. That is why he came out with the 24-hour economy, which I'm sure we are going to discuss into details now. So Papa no experience or the back. What Tennessee, who said every time I meet your president or no, now we na me finance minister. Maybe Nyaman Koye and call Yawesia and call Yawesia. He has had 8 solid years to do all these analysis. Sit back and assess the people one by one. Those who he works with. Finance minister, deputy finance minister, agri minister, the cabinet ministers no appoint here. No, he had 8 years to assess them. Then no ye, then no man ye. Okay, like ye can or the proverb says, "Wuti adianu swa, wuti siya nechia, and now would doa. We chin won to me who say straight. Obi neti we chin wo hu. This time round, exactly. Your chakwa no say nechi achia. This time round, no akoti nefie. That is why me catch everywhere I go and every opportunity I'm in. Because I'm say, look, Ghana should not let this opportunity pass by. It's a very golden opportunity, Maya, that John Mahama should come back with such a huge experience in this dark time to rescue this country.
Thank you very much.
We should not let this opportunity
pass by. Mami, my comrade, na echo. Slide. What I want to tell also want to know stabilize the economy, no?
Yes. Say former President John Mahama assembly.
Yes.
You see, once a minute happen here, can Makafu here can say na. Or just always experience in your own account. You see, John Mahama na the worst president Ghana has ever had. With the opportunity Ghana for the man no. Say no kan ono no obi a dem say wa betina akona ni so a cheche obi a because na the boss at a maze nyame fa ni currency yi etoyi obe di na ade
yes
obe di na ade no o kan sa asem no kire say ono wa hia ade if ni papa ncho wo the experience how the betina so a obe di djuma ama Ghana economy no attending around but that time no so be kai na economy na enko yi na sata na ye tato nyum enko yi enko ekonya ati sa achichi de right e na o kan sa asem ni kire nse ono de wasua de afini papa ho nti wanya experience nti ono betena so a enye ma try makwe senia minwa be me yeken na so betena so no yehu de the worst ever economy ana eseye but dum so obehu na for example companies lay workers off satana the world economy no na collapse na nyama nyina ko yi pepepe but Ghana dia no e worse ama Coca-Cola lay workers off na obehu baba oye ejuma no ntumi nya ejuma kra ono mo close ni down na mo ejuma ya mo yi so obeka ya under John Mahama na mo pon
but two diesels
ubati na tata enu kwa ka na ezonle ya yukra say bi o gan na generator yi su sa tata na akrofo su wia yen na ni pe wu malaria nti because at that time no na ton so bad because edum light fan mbo ma won tumi nya bibi nje now yenhwe John Mahama ni track record ni fanhwe Mahmoud Bawumia ane eyinu as running mate you as a leader of the MPP no e ba begina ma ye hwe Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Ghana ha na obehwa telecos no so pese wo ye call other network so a na charges na different ofi other network to other network na different ebi kwa wo na ofre a omo mpene nti no wo na call no enko otena se hu se no odwini ko echi e no se no menye mobile man interoperability nyame adomo ye de ba odi ba ye ya nyina ye hu so mfaso ama mfaso no bi kura ba ama sesi a otu bebi a yeti ya metumi abanke meti ya metumi yi skefi mi bank account e dey assign obi in my comfort zone we adwen kese obi a ohaw ne ba otena se adwene ho epuni e betumi aye enye papa John Mahama ada particular time aye ko onye John Mahama ka kire yin say onu onye magician so obekai o si onye magician o si hande say oyo dwanfu bibia ha no mo pa mo nka emfa ne ho
Chentino so what na realizing this is the situation and these are the mistakes. Nipa bia we are say mistake. Into realizing who say these were some of the mistakes are into giving the opportunity back no. On your some mistakes ni bi.
Anka say obi foforo na kan ya. Anka meji ni de nenye John Mahama. Enye John Mahama na ka kire yen. Say wo ko election. O campaignia. O so twan toro kakra. Na wa kan we kakra ni ye. Voters no ebe ya omo so mu de no
and the politicians nyina ye
mpacho enu ono na okan sa asem no me nti wo bia no ono na okan sa asem ni kire yen nti so ono ka bibia eye anu daada ya ase be ma wa hu oba o daada no enu bi na John Mahama eye papa Bawumia ye hwe ohun se na ye friend example ye ma me no mo kwa awo so a e wo villages no na how baba ebi wa na omunya moja so wa fa mhwe omunka o what me ka obi na enya duro at that particular area no emfa ma no energy drone baaye edi baaye nuanu mu John Mahama ne nkrofo asi entumi nya ejuma na edi aba se na ebe ya ma adwale ya edi ahwo mo ho ene ye nya ehu so mfa so aba ene wote se wo hwe utie yen media yi social media yi a bibia besi bia wote bibi to for kwanya to from kra e da social media out and what so waka obi our rural areas bia wahwe ne nkwa da bi drone no ye adwuma we adwen kese ba omia sa papa ni ye kana se manya jo mama ono osi a oyo otena se hu problem no wa solve hwe okwa na start amere bi atwemu na ye ni ambulance no we kai ambulance ye bi na ni mpemfo di da court ye ko to ye fen sample dakato every yen wo Ghana ye e papa ba omia tena so say no Ghana ha ambulance obi hu yale ya ye bre afi na ko free taxi afi na wo be free sa be hu na nipa na be do hospital kana wa hwe ne nkwa o say no one district and one constituency one ambulance ye nyina ye hu wo Ghana ha na ebi si da enne sa anya ma no wonte say obi yale na ye pe e bia ka ama no a onya nti wa hwe ne nkwa da bi we adwen kese we asem ne ye ka o enye ne ono because all pay vote nti obeba na odi ano abefa ye ho akrok adada yen etu anansi sambi ri akire yen no ye papa ba womia enne utumi tena ofie sa wo yale na doctor prescribe edroma wa utumi tena ofie na pharmacy wa request na pharmacy di abreo enne na bi ni Ghana ha ebi sida nimres sani o si kan say yen ye economy here ye fe example
yes about stabilize no
yes o kan sa ni o kan nimres so ye man no sa akwenya no na economy ye sen ye den say poto amonua ye former president e ka kire yen say ye wisika no amana akadompe to even extend say na ye nuanu ye papa no ema a year juma for about a year, which is 12 months. Ema uchi omoka for 3 months. Esi wa Ghana ha, we are all away. Inti sa se nipa say. To me be dina simpi so. E kan kire yen say ye man akwenya no ha be ye obema ye economy no. Obe turning around ama nyama ko yie ama na ye wanwa. Oh. Papa John Mama.
Odimi ye.
Aba. We dey Asantini be kesiye arafa frakadam frakadam
so Okacho say he has been a vice president before.
Yes.
Baumia as a vice president. He has been a president before. Baumia haven't been a president before. It is a gab kakra na eda ho no eno na kire say ono experience of which me dey beat Baumia in terms of governance and stabilization of our Ghana's economy. It need a chance no.
Sir Sata mo kan sata.
Yes.
Osanso kan to aso say ono obi onye president no. Ono ni nya no bari.
Ya untumi ntunufo.
Untumi ntunufo. Meboa. Sisi a okọ echiri olusu miserable no nso ensi wo Ghana abakoso muda. Ni olusu ye no ensi da.
In 2016.
Oh yes, of course.
But in 2020 we make amends.
Oh.
Between the 2020
time oteso no sata na onukwa na odi djuma no o se economy bia ye basa no hwe kwan afa so lusu ye ene okotene ti hwan mu na to onufo sa omo o se omo ato onufo ne ye economy no oba be turning no around ene nka ho no hwan mu na to onufo ye president ene to onufo ana normal Ghana fo ya ye aitie ya anam ti minua yi kafu magafu ena atonefo say there's a magafu in atonefo dey and send onu ejuma na ni so which means onu former president John Mahama no onu official ni nkoa no wa adwene nyansa wo ni tirim ndi saa ni nkoa adwene ni nyansa wo tirim saa daada na wo ni tirim no maybe o ka tell say onu ntumi ndwene street so ka ni book o chiro ya so onu ntumi ndwene street odwene ti say obi a ni mofrase oti bicycle so already na bicycle no ati free no hu ni onye sa no odwene ono John Mahama sa no ka kire ye ndi such a person so me be ka kire ye say Ghana fo mo nsan nya me mu arese mu gidie na mo nsan to aba ma me na me ba mema ewo agu mu kekere maso a me no like Wa unjin di say frakadam. Unjin di say ohun yen say ma o to si yen e de akompa so. Sa na ye papa John Mahama. Na adwen kire no. Sa na office yen
but eko ma ayisu brem kakra ma ka fi brem kakra. Aha.
You see,
yes.
No the amenia eko eka no. Onwa some of these debates, you know, so that Ghanaians will be properly informed. No more make it a very good decision. You catch Romo, say, Papa Akufo-Addo, Woody, my way, Shenisa, Webre, Omentie, you buy 2016, 2008, you take over this country. There were so many challenges, but we were able to manage the country. We held the country together. Kopim 2016, Ghana for said, "The Mabeyano eye, and Mujima and Akufo-Addo." When we are talking about economic issues, we must stop with facts. Let's compare and contrast with figures. Obi siwapa abeyebi. Yenye time no, we are not saying. Musumu time no, we are not saying. Then we look at the figures. The figures don't lie. Like Brony Becker said, book don't lie. How much did we grow the economy in our time? We went as high as 14% growth rate. One more time, within that period of 8 years, we went as high as 14%. The lowest we had, even in crisis, when we had the world economic meltdown, they were 3.5%. One more time, even with one oil block, and he did manage the economy. At the time we were leaving office, we've added 2 more oil block, making 3 oil blocks. We've given them a trouble gas to the extent that almost using the local currency to go and buy, change it into foreign currency to go and buy gas to power energy. We gave them a trouble gas free to add to the whole system. But in the midst of all these, the highest growth they achieved is 8%. 8%. Now, even this year, they projected to grow at 3.5%. They are struggling to get 1.5%. These are facts. Why now are performing better?
But they've been able to tell me say economic challenges are more facing during their era, no more era, no, a far difference.
It's not true. Let me tell you, economic challenges no eba ye time no. That time Alhaji Bawumia went around the schools, Central University, what kind of lectures?
Yes.
Or catch you say, are you telling Ghanaians that economic challenges jump over Cote d'Ivoire, jump over Nigeria, Burkina Faso, and only came to hit Ghana alone? It was a question he asked at that time. We are asking that same question today. The COVID-19, Russia-Ukraine war is not peculiar to only Ghana. And they are affecting a lot of countries. Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria. But today, as we speak, what is inflation rate in Cote d'Ivoire? 4%. What is inflation rate in Ghana today? And then it's 36%.
That's started declining as compared to previous, but they are not inflation of 50 something percent now. I would say declining as at today.
50 something percent, you know. We handed over to you when inflation was 15.6 or 15.4%. 15 point. Obi a oni medjuma no yewu. According to my brother, what is showing at 15%. Why wouldn't even you know? Would you call 15%, 50 something percent? And I would you buy a net is
yes, and that's
32.2%. 32 point. Fine, 32%.
Yeah.
Nothing close to which was 15%. Nothing close to that. Obi oni medjuma no ye no. The person who doesn't know how to do the job. At the time of leaving office, no yet on petrol, 1 gallon was about 14 cedis. Today, Obi on Nime Jumano Yano, how much is a gallon of petrol? It's about 50 something cedis. Obi on Nime Jumano Yano, no. Okay, Obi on Nime Jumano Ye, at the time or no office no ukita $1 ubenya 4 cedis obi onni madwuma no ye or si Ghana for mu fam me na me madwuma no ye me ma me ntwa so who is the head of the economic management team and then ukita $1 just ukopɛ cedi baku 12.5 asana wanya. That is obi onni madwuma no ye. At the time we were in power, with all the crisis we had, you go to any commercial bank to go and borrow. The interest rate was the highest we have is 26%. These are facts. I'm not just me born with him in cow. These are facts. You can get it. And then go to any commercial bank. Some are even giving it to you at 40%. How can businesses grow? Businesses rise on inflation. Businesses rise on how accessible they can get, funds to run their businesses. Funds is not there. Even if you get it, 40%. What kind of business can you do? Almost doom so. We solved doom so before we left office. Almost when I doom so, we came and we signed a lot of power, excess power. We signed it. Wow, Kase, we did not solve doom so. At the same time, we say we sign excess power. Take or leave agreement. Are you signing in our tour? Now you are complaining about it. So you look at the statistics during our time. Look at theirs during their time. This is how you compare and you contrast, and you'll be able to tell who performed better and who did not perform better. Ghanaians are tired.
Ghana fabric.
Bebre on my break. Yeah, time. Look, Obaye. How can you tell me, say, we can't see ho? Can I a juma? Ube so just a cano. Ube here 9 million. No, yes, just a cano. 9 million, 9 billion, 9 billion Ghana cedis. Now, would you just a cano? Now, 9 billion now faces a cano. No, I got time 22 billion. I mean, sabi. Yes, I've been the womb. When you needed just $9 billion to invest into some of these banks, and they'll be working. You keep your job. A lot of all these banks would have been working, and people will keep their jobs. You will have your income tax will be paid to you. SNIT will be paid to you. You did not do all these things because of your own ulterior motives. Boom. So yeah, let my enkano keke. And I hear Mahama or so you're driving for or your those are not issues that Ghanaians are interested in. Ghanaians are interested in who did better at the time NDC world power no. Say me juma ne me misika. How many bags of cement can I buy at that time? And then me juma. How many bags of cement can I buy? Ghana for are interested. What would he? Me sure say during NDC time. Maybe your mouth full coupon. Your mouth full coupon of 100 cedis. In this time, no, over to me at all. But say almost how many gallons? How many? About 6 gallons from the 100 cedis. And then your mouth that same fuel coupon now. How many gallons can you buy? You struggle to buy 2 gallons. That is the reality. That is the reality. That's why we are saying that we are better managers of the economy. We manage it better. Okay. During 2017, 2018, no mobile,
yes,
they were in charge of the economy. People thought they were managing the economy. They did not manage the economy.
So, by 2017, 2018, the economy was growing faster.
That's what I'm going to tell you.
It was growing faster than we could think about.
Those were the areas they achieved the 8%. And you know why? 8% growth no more. You know why? The economy was being macro managed by the World Bank. They were still under World Bank program. We went under to the IMF. Sorry, we went to the IMF.
Yes.
So the IMF program was still going on. So they exited IMF program. I think 2019 thereabout. Supposed to end in 2018.
Extended the
extending for 1 year. 19 exited IMF program. And a crisis was starting.
So it wasn't their fault.
So Baumia Kabibi, let me remind you.
Okay.
When you want to see the robustness of the economy, economy na one thing, you will see it when there is what? crisis. Waka no person who can one dia with the pima dia and nobody say yes and now adibi be pimwa and nobody say we can and what they want. How can an economy that is robust, strong, according to you yourself, built by the solid thing, according to Baumia, what a solid thing, okay, be hit by international crisis and suddenly the economy just collapsed like that? It means it's a facade. And it was built on shallow sand. So at the listing, the whole economy was entitled. Okay. This is the first time. I'm sorry, I'm see. COVID-19 crisis the buyer. Look, the money we got in COVID-19 country behind bida. This is the only country. The least problem this country gets, we go and access the IMF fund or not World Bank fund. Even Akosomo spillage. Akosomo spillage way about. Do you know they are accessing $150 million already from the World Bank? Every little thing they quickly apply. Akosomo spillage where omunya so President Kokokrapo and Fabin Koye. They couldn't evacuate the people and put them at a safe place. Omunya hwe oko ha catch them say okay anya a vote and coming back rampo. That's how paying kasa. And so quickly the finance minister is assessing a fund from the IMF 150 million. So COVID-19 they are monka. Nothing I make catch as the day goes by. You better be your analysis no proper. Bring the experts. We will come here. We will match our records with their records, both for both, and expose them to Ghanaians to know that these people have nothing. They are clueless when it comes to the management of this country. We have the expertise. They don't.
Okay.
They only talk and talk and talk and talk. Their expertise is in Galamsey. That is it. To the extent that they can even go and try to mine in Kakum forest.
No. The Obi na dey na ba and omo rejecting. Into that one they no move for. If they had accepted it, I say company that they are
going to. You are media house.
Yeah, but the company.
No, now we are media house. Go and see the directors of that company. It will shock you. You are in media house.
Because it hasn't been accepted.
No, but I'm telling you, the directors of that company, it will shock you. They are in Plaster House.
Are you sure?
Directors will be on.
Obi o hase. But I say, be Abraham.
Yo, every now I can forget. By the serikeke. You see, we mo environment this for your more. Omo be kasa akasa. Omano accept de. And so okomu a hwe nim. You see, menu slide.
Yes.
We not am here kwa minka. No be bie so kwa nka. When you kan na mba be ka bi atere no. Na Ghana fo nyina ati. You see, menu here ka say economy from 2017 to 2019. Na jani na so na ye. Ono na oka. At that time,
add the other one. Because
the World Bank. Also, and
IMF.
Na my edin.
No, you are misquoting me.
Let me misquote to me kasa wi so me kasa wi obeti ase. We dem me kwana me so me kire.
Sorry.
No, okay, na was at that time no, na economy no e grow chain omo die no by then. And it kire we djuma na MPP aban. Na ye. You see, at late, for example, 2019, 2020, and then we were hit by, for example, COVID. COVID, no, and you're gonna blow. We are suffering now. I don't know, so catch them. No, we are suffering now. As we speak now, see, as we speak now, US,
yes,
France,
yes.
Germany, all the economy, China, all the economy are not homogeneous. So, not yen Ghana for depending on as we speak, economy no, form Ghana dear and I started rising.
Give us figures.
Mpacho. Nyabotre. Oh, mami.
Inflation. No, my.
It's you.
You see. Ghana, we were hit by COVID. Na ebin see Ghana we see that Ghana had that. Ghana economy no a import economy. Ye kraniama
near deba.
Any deba. Ye for example, ye port, ye close for some time. Then to mean kraniama sa. Border, ye close for over a year. Ghana ha aban papa aban na odwene ni manfo ho. Wasi say metan say me manfo be wudie. And the economy ni mumun say. Na ye nipa no ban kwemu a etena se a yetumi ayeden I revive the economy. Sa asema ye papa kan ye no. Na sa dan elite for no omu twabo ye papa twabo akufado. But ne wiase afa ne nyina eboji na nado so. Ampa ye economy no so eseye na ebi nsi da. Say ye dollar be dwane, say ne dwane ye. Ena ye kan ye dollar no over between 10 cedis to 11 cedis. Stabilizing for over 6 months
of time,
to 8 months.
And
then Ghana ha say na oka ye nearby your for example countries
you don't be but yes. What is their inflation level?
And then Nigeria, on compare Nigeria to Ghana. Their inflation and Ghana inflation. And then Nigeria, ukoha, upe fuel atwa, usalai, unyampu ndo. Please. And then what about them in the American? No. And then Nigeria for if Nigeria ba Ghana, we are media, we are your friends, some journalists so nim. Omoba Ghana, omoka so mako abrochiri. Omaba better place. Nigeria economy no e soutien Ghana. Population no soutien Ghana. Nigeria oil omutu ani niam omu no eso chen Ghana bam. Enso se Nigeria for etufi etu kwan ba Ghana. Omoka so maba ifa abrochiri. Which means the economy no far better than this. At that time no na Nigeria phone took on one more time no Nigeria phone took on back Ghana and Kase omo kwa brochire omo ni nji ti say enne say no money ji wo Ghana enne ukra economy ya ye no to extend say ukra Ghana card.
Yes,
utumi ye obi bia with the Ghana card unkita cards bear 1,000 and a cards bear 20 in your wallet or in your purse.
And reflect sad and reflect where you butum. And my day-to-day activities here hutoye. Yeah, food prices in near my better how we this is what we are talking about.
Yes.
Do we feel comfortable around say economy ne ye mom and nipa tell my no mo to mo he how mo ana?
Yes, of course. You see, Yebeka as we speak now. It's about a year ago or some few months ago. It wasn't as it is now.
Because the inflation is something.
So at that time, you know, now your system, you know, na enkoye. We all said it say na enkoye. Ye cry, you can say, yeah, papa, nanado. Anybody me, they should map up their game. Ampa, omokache say, omokache him say economy no system no nyama edin, nyama more edin, but they will fix it. Ampa ye nyina. We can attest to it now as we speak. Say the economy no has started ejinani nine so. Yenka economy no ye senior ye peno as a buying no. But a starting ye he can attest. Omumre so no oka so mu jama ye no. Ahine ye jama omu. Kufo jama omu. And omo ahino mu jamae omo no time omo jamae no na eye crisis na eye ohaw na eye apinidie mu na ewo time omo jamae a o kan si na sa na dollar ye 4 point something and all that no sa time no na ahonhihie na aduane kura o pe bi ato a menua be ma o bre we are all here, we know what happened by then. And nemre ye wo mu omre o kan si economy o kan si e bia na ya say o man na o nkeka ho nyina and then ye twia allowances, you cheer workers. Or moment no workers can into Jomoka. This economy now I say to extend the former example president, can say young German number Enubini and Nuna Gina and Sunya Mastati to 2 years. And then ye need Yenianamo or more agitated say or more Marco University or more graduates are. omunye juma. We don't have such things in our economy
Garment
now.
unemployment.
Yes. But omumreso no we had. Omumreso agitation upon agitations. Now ejuma onye bi enyempo. Ama omumreso no omuko IMF omu jama aye no. Na start time IM ye freeze public employment. But ye mreso yi we are in IMF and you buy a drink and then still public employment ekoso.
Who say army forms are back
Of course. So ye no ye nka say oh ebia ye economy no ebia esini na senya ye pe no. And me I believe and I know say with Baomia and Nanado say na nyama si call by next year first quarter second quarter bibia no end this for beka. I'm telling you,
someone turning them around. Deflation by the
every month we are here. Every month we are that should tell you say economy no year young juma.
So the economy is bouncing back.
Oh yes, of course. IMF kra then omo kai. Omo say na omo dream fire. Say na omo projections tier say no. Yen ye to me idea economy hu juma ma dwane stabilize chain. Projection.
And on my first November, as to say by 1st November upwards, no meeting on my second tranche number.
Oh, say no. Yes, or no match the nyama intia na embaye. But I believe they are on the sitting around table and to come. Right? If you put embaye no, first no, na economy no, na dollar send you see jane no, any unki kahono. It's only one tempe ena IMF diaba, but the economy is here. That should tell you say adwinkese bi ye juma. That should tell you say in sabi ye juma e wo economy ni mu enya no kasa koko me no normally MPP ye enya ne ebe kan na say ni say no ye pe action ye juma no a Ghana fo ankasa be hu say ejuma we ya ye, and that is what we are doing. When it comes to the comparison, we can do metumi ama the figures upon figures no. By then, time I want to so I my figures. And we can catch say figures ni edi. They said it. And your figures you know. Ye juma no. Ye no. Ghana fo ankasa ni betwi abehu say ye bibi no. And no and na MPP and as a government. Say America no. Mahama Baumia and Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo because they say he is the leader of the party now. And no and ye omodachini. And no ye omu focus. Niyama ombeye ama Ghana fo ankasa behu evidence based. Enye rhetorics. Enye green book ye beba kofa e di aba ene ehun kika ho. We are all here. Atama ye friend say restructure the banking system. Ye nuanum NDC for yi e kan ya di
some sika mo de koye banking system clean up exercise. Sa sika no mo patch say kan mo discard sa share bank fo no mo. Kan ye no ne banking loss of jobs.
Sa asem no call kan na me dem. Sa ta na John Mahama wan fa sika share banking system no mo.
Mo 2 times.
Mo enyo mo no mo di ye. Enyo no ni nuanum mo bi no. Say say mo dem 15 years na ehun kan wi.
When you know.
Oh. One point your jelly is here. This mean checking out. Your jelly no recently.
Okay.
15 years.
Yes.
So it's evidence based. And you be here.
Your time now, mom under 60 seconds now. So yes.
What can say not even one evidence of
sorry
of the mind. Not even single evidence of by you. My poor figures. In fact, who call or see there's no unemployment organization now. I'm gonna move from here. And then go to Statistical Services Department. They will tell you on my website, as we speak now, year free abayemu 2016, unemployment rate was 8%. And then unemployment rate is 14%. Ghana Statistical Service. That's my source. So why na ya adie and why na ya adie? From 8% now is 14%. So how can you say you are performing better than that? We have defaulted and things are so bad that the whole of this year we've not paid a peswa to our international creditors. Not a peswa. Internally, we are struggling to pay even the bonds. people's coupons are mature, yet to me pay. You know the story. Pensioners are struggling in the finance ministry, picketing and all over. NATCO workers, 9 months, school feeding, they have to go and sleep. School feeding for, they have to go and sleep at the ministry.
But they were able to clear after that.
These people, their money is still pending. Supply food for the schools.
Yeah, buffer stock.
As we speak, they've not paid them yet. Why would you? 4 million cedis keke. You bet you for the RENA unit at Kolebu to work so that lives can be saved. Close it down. Dialysis center. They closed it down because of 4 million. 19 people died. These are facts. 19 people died. And so, Papa Wenya, 81 million Ghana cedis. Chairman. Delegates. 400 times 204,000. It will give you 81 million Ghana cedis. Baby Kakra so. Why can't you give each delegate 350 and say 50 cedis times 204,000? You would have gotten 10 million cedis and go and give to the dialysis center. We would have saved 19 souls.
Okay, under 60 seconds, Brana Yanko.
So, inflation now,
constituency. Delegates, especially Michiamo. Now, on the second day.
Primary zone.
Yes, on the second day. Yeah, balloting.
Oh, okay.
Nyamiadum, young papa, your former MP.
Yes.
Dr. Bernard Okoboy.
Oh, okay.
Order number 1.
Oh, okay.
Lejukukunso about to on the 2nd of next month.
December, yeah.
Okay. To mesre mi nuanu mu lejukuku for say mesre mu mredo so amun to abama aye bi pen. Dr. Bernard Okoboy. Order number 1.
Okay.
Muntu mano non sang embeji lejukuku for. Oye jumara senia emsemu dia munim dada. Dr. Bernard Okoboy pa so mami
education is very important.
Oh nyabotre.
Oye communicator of the party.
Oh nyabotre.
You cannot tell me after your own constitution. There is no way a flag bearer is the leader of the party. One constitution, you win.
Debbie. Me say.
Per your constitution, the leader is not. The chairman is the leader of the party.
As we speak now,
the leader is
the moment you flag bearer, leader of the party.
It's not true.
Your constitution
does not say that. The chairman at all times
or the leader
of the party. That's what your constitution
says.
You don't know the whole constitution. You don't know the whole constitution.
My come near me for some.
Yes, next
time you buy me the constitution, member.
Next time you buy me so the moody and the
you back tomorrow.
But see for now for. Yeah, normally who say parties no simple na ye kasa say omufi say na ye kuntoka ntoka bi anim e adwen enti no ya mu ya wie pa e Holland ye kwa akodidi
say ti na me say obia ni wa wakase mfa man man ne nse ne da but obia se mfa man no nye ne yi
obi no say o ma say kwakum
national park thank you very much. We got tomorrow. Bye bye for now.